Hey guys, time to get in on the action for the biggest moments in basketball with Prize Picks, America's #1 fantasy sports app. Just select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projections, place your entry, and win up to 100 times your money. Right now, Prize Picks will match your first deposit of up to $100. Just download the Prize Picks app and use the code GET100. That's code GET100 on Prize Picks for a first deposit match of up to $100. Prize Picks. Pick more. Pick less. It's that easy.
Okay, so when you said that you wanted to give the dedication this morning to the vets, I was like, yes, they deserve all the honor. Totally. They deserve the glory. They deserve, but it's a different type of vet.
Oh, we do love our veterans. We're grateful for everything that y'all
Absolutely.
do. 100%. But to any of you that work at our vet offices, our vet techs, our veterinarians, the front desk staff, the emergency room staff, I'm getting a puppy, Millie. She'll be here at the end of next month. She's a sweet chocolate lab, and I established her yesterday at her new vet's office.
Established her. What I love.
I did.
I know, but it makes it sound like you secured her with like screws and bolts. She's established, guys.
You got to get pet insurance. I found out the hard way. If you don't get pet insurance before they get something, then anytime that they get that thing again, you got to actually pay out the
Pet
pocket.
insurance is also on my list. It's expensive, y'all, to have a pup. It is not inexpensive, but they were great. They're so sweet, and they're so excited to meet Millie. They sent me a really sweet email. I'm just so excited. I'm so excited.
Well, it is expensive. This is the precursor to having kids. Then that
it's
really
a good
is
test run.
Good luck.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Hey, and then shout out if you're a vet. Who's a vet? From those of us here at K92.3, we got a lot of love for you with the Keith Urban National Anthem.
K92.3.
Doing the right thing. I love this part of the morning show, highlighting people doing the right thing, especially in the world that we are in today. Slater, you've got it.
You might not know this. Autism Acceptance Month is actually being celebrated. There's a dad in Philadelphia today that is doing the right thing. His name is Eric Williams. He's installing special street signs all across the city that say autistic person area. This is where there's an autistic child or adult that lives in the area because 6 million people get hurt by car accidents every single year. A lot of those are coming to the autistic community that are not. They're walking across the street or they're getting confused and getting to a spot. And there are so many accidents that have happened in Philadelphia alone that Eric said enough is enough. This has to stop. So he's using his own money to not only get the signs, but also he himself is installing every single one of these signs. He's already done 80. He says he hopes to do over 1,000 before the end of the year.
That's incredible.
And that's just one city, right? Think about how many all across and more, like if you have kids nowadays, the word spectrum the last 10 years has kind of like blown up where there's a lot of kids that now they get tested and they go, oh, well, that's why that person acts a certain way. That's why that's happening. And Eric wants to make sure that the safety is the #1 priority.
We need to bring more awareness to motorists. We see a lot of hit and runs going on lately. Rolled it out about 2 months ago, and it's just been going amazing. To date, they installed 77 signs and counting.
Man, that's so cool, and I think it's going to be awesome when we see it catch fire. It's interesting because it was years ago, maybe 20, 30 years ago that we didn't really pay too much attention to the specialness of this.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is that it could be anything from sirens to all different types of sounds to behaviors that can set somebody off. So to have a sign like that lets you know that somebody in our community here is sensitive, I think that's nice.
Absolutely. And just the awareness behind it. I mean, so many people drive through and see the sign, and it's a reminder for them.
Yeah, it's just a reminder to drive slower, right? Because even regardless, a stop sign will stop you. But I will be honest that sometimes a yield, I just blow right past it. Like I don't even look. If I'm not in a situation where I'm going up to an intersection, like I don't see it, and I'm like, what was that sign? And you look in the rearview mirror. So seeing something.
Look for this guy, OPD.
And having.
Yeah, Orange County. Look for this guy.
What is that? Yeah, Yeldy?
No, it says Stope.
Oh, well. It looks like a circle to me.
Oh, my Lord.
So hey, to Eric Williams and so many people
Absolutely.
actually taking care of really strangers, trying to make this world a safer place. We appreciate you saying that is doing the right thing.
Doing the right thing. Brought to you by
Renewal by Anderson Windows and Doors. For more, rbafla.com.
Doing the right
on K92.3.
Goodbye, shoes.
Carrie Underwood on K92.3, Orlando's #1 for new country, where it's Obi, Chloe, Slater. Also the station that here in just a few minutes, if you've got what it takes, you think that maybe you're a trivia champion, maybe that under the clock, you can handle the pressure of the $1,000 minute, then we would love to play with you. And that'll be for Country Thunder tickets in case you lose. Look at that. That's how freaking amazing we are that we even give you a consolation prize.
Seriously,
pretty sweet.
3-day passes to out to Country Thunder.
Can't beat that. Okay, now what you can do is you can join us tomorrow because Chloe's doing something pretty darn special.
Y'all, I'm so excited. The UCF softball team invited me out to throw the first pitch. Our Knights are playing FAU tomorrow night. It's a 5 o'clock game, and I'll be throwing out the pitch around 4:45.
How'd this happen?
Yeah.
They
Who do you
just
know over there?
reached out to me. Well, Jay's daughter, we love Jay. His daughter, Kylie, she's a catcher at UCF. And so they had reached out to me and asked me, being an alum, I graduated back in 2019, if I wanted to come out and be a part of the day. So I'm very excited. I'm nervous. I did go out. I shared a video on our K92.3 Instagram, but I practiced with Kylie last week, just pitching and throwing the ball. If I was going to throw it overhand, underhand, it's kind of up to my discretion. I'm so glad I went out and practiced, because if I were to throw it underhand, like everyone was recommending me to do, it would never make it over the plate.
You're cheating.
I'm not cheating.
I'm just going to say
I
it.
am absolutely not cheating.
Without a doubt, they are not allowed to throw it overhand. Yeah? Yeah?
I think
They're
it's
not
underhand,
allowed
right?
to. It is
That's-
They have
that's what
to.
we've
They
seen.
have to wound it up, though. They got to go over to under.
I'm not going to touch that one again. But listen, you need to do what they do. That's why they chose you. Outside of the fact you're alumni, you were also
You want me to throw a fast pitch?
You're a female in a leadership position,
Okay.
and you are spitting on everybody that throws it underhand if you go overhand.
Hold on.
It
Slater.
didn't make it over the plate.
Slater's being a little harsh, okay?
He
I think the
is.
first thing you need to protect is this morning show's reputation. Okay? Get it over that plate.
Exactly.
So you already tried the distance?
I did. I
you
practiced
already-
the distance.
okay.
I practiced standing on the mound. I did an underhand. Didn't make it over the plate. Threw it overhand. We made it, and it was perfect.
There's so much time to practice. We could do it all day today.
No. With that
I
orange.
did bring us.
Now with that orange, she's got an orange in her hand, and she keeps throwing it around the studio like.
Like I'm practicing. I did try to, do the whole fast pitch, the under and over the arm. Yeah.
I think in the
I look like a bowling
courtyard.
ball.
So you've got some baseball gloves with you, right?
I brought baseball gloves,
I brought my
and I
baseball
didn't
glove
bring
in, too.
baseballs. I brought softballs, so I can actually have, because softball's a lot
now
bigger
she's following
than a
protocol.
baseball.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Hey, and you've never played softball?
I did. I absolutely did. I
okay.
played way back in the day in elementary school up until 8th grade, and then I took a line drive to the face, and I decided that softball was not my thing anymore, so I picked
my
up
God.
golf.
Hey, you know
I
what?
did, but I loved it. I really did love softball.
Yeah, whether it was Little League or softball growing up, watching those sports, that was always one thing that I would always fear for the pitcher, especially, they pitch that perfect pitch and then all of a sudden it comes right back to their face.
Sure. So are you going to, when they introduce you, because Obi and I, when we did the UCF basketball game, that we did okay. I don't really remember how good we did.
It still haunts me.
As far as that.
It still haunts me today.
You did okay.
But they're going to introduce you, and you're going to have to go out there and do some sort of a thing. Obi had a little salute that he did. It was great.
When they announce your name.
When they announce your name, you need to figure out something. Some sort of a
posture.
move, so that
Yeah.
way you get represented the right way.
I
you know
will
what you're
say,
gonna do? Are you going to show your muscle?
No, I'm
show
not.
your
I'm
guns.
just going to walk out, wave, thank you all. I'm excited to be
my
here.
God.
What about flip your hair or do something?
No. I'm not. If you think I'm doing what you're doing at the UCF basketball game, Slater walked out
What
and
if you
looked like
take your
grabbed
hands-
his hand as if he had a watch on and looked at the time. I'm like,
Yeah, it's time.
Damian Lillard does that.
It's game time.
Yeah, it's game time is what he does.
Oh my
He taps his
goodness.
wrist.
Okay, well, y'all, I would love for you to join me tomorrow. Again, 5 o'clock. Our Knights are playing FAU. I throw the pitch around 4:45. Obi, Slater will also be
We'll
there.
be there.
So
Yeah.
I'm very, very excited about it. But up next, Hardy leaving country music. What he's doing, the All Access in 6 minutes.
K92.3.
From backstage to the front page, it's all access.
So we'll talk about what Hardy's venturing into, but first, our girl Lainey Wilson, she has a new documentary special. It's coming out on Hulu, and it's all about just Lainey's journey, her success. We're going to hear from her parents and some behind the scenes from her show. It's just going to be so good, and it'll be out on May 29th. So really, that's just a couple weeks away.
You know, these are really explosive for these artists. The reason why I say that is because, okay, for instance, when I saw Luke Bryan's, when he came out with his, and this was maybe just a few years ago, like 3 years ago, I was like, man, I did not know that journey of his, which makes me an even bigger fan, right? So Lainey's, I know that we get little glimpses of her telling her story that she's been doing this since she was 9 years old. One of her very first birthday parties, she invited all her little girlfriends over at 9 years old, writing songs. So I know that her journey is going to make me an even bigger fan, because there's something about when somebody's genuine and you're
Absolutely.
like, oh, they've been doing this forever. It's not like they just, hey, I'm sexy, let me one day just, I'm going to be an artist.
Well, without these, right? Because back in the day, they used to have Behind the Music. It would be on VH1.
VH1.
It would be a
Yep.
documentary that was an hour long, and it would showcase the start to wherever they are right now. They don't have that anymore, so there's no option. So you don't know who you're actually buying a ticket for. You just know their music. How about you actually know the person, and then you're connected more, and then you're probably going to buy more merch.
Yeah.
You're going to buy books that they have.
Well, it makes you a super fan.
Yeah.
Well, and what a time to be following Lainey around. She's won so many awards this last year. I mean, just a superstar. And now she's nominated, what we found out last week, 5 ACMs.
Wow.
Very smart on behalf of her people to put this out right now.
Yes, so again, it'll be on Hulu on May 29th. And we love our guy, Jelly Roll. He's been sharing with us just over the last year how he's really been making his health a priority. And he recently shared that he has lost around 70 pounds and hopes to lose another 100 by eating well, exercising. He said, quote, I'm doing 2 to 3 miles a day, 4 to 6 days a week, and I'm doing 20 to 30 minutes in the sauna, 6 minutes in the cold plunge every day, and I'm eating healthy right now, and he feels really, really
Yo,
good.
homie's doing the cold plunge too?
Good for Jelly Roll.
I don't know. How can that actually be good? Right?
The cold plunge?
Yeah, you're freezing your heart,
Oh,
and you're
come
like
on.
stopping everything.
There's now so much medical research behind it that it's good for you, because it does open up all those vessels and blood vessels and get everything going crazy. And
It's because I don't read. That's why I don't know. You're talking about medical
Not only that, but
journals?
you said cold plunge. He's not cold plunging for 30 seconds, 6 minutes.
6
I mean, that's
minutes,
a
man.
long time to
Oh,
be
man.
sitting in that thing. And he's also getting ready to run a 5K on May 7th. So that as well, just a couple weeks away. And then lastly, Hardy has a new line of shoes out. He's teaming up with Flopers. If you're wondering what the heck are those, they're loafers, but they're like that croc material, and they're slip-on, and you can wear them like in water. You wear them on the boat. You can wear them on the golf course. They're perfect for living here in Florida. Here's Hardy talking more about the collaboration.
I was like, what the hell are those? They told me they were Flofers, and I've been a fan ever since. So, and I have the first one, and this is the Mockingbird and the Crow.
wow, so now you can get Hardy Edition Flofers.
Loafers.
They're loafers that float.
Sure, there we go. I like that.
I mean, that's got to be where they came up with it. I mean, they're basically loafers
Right.
that you can wear on a boat.
They are. And if I could paint the picture, they look just like a pair of loafers. And his are white, and they've got, if you've listened to The Mockingbird and the Crow album, like that album cover with the big black crow wings,
Yeah.
that is what's on the shoe. And then if you flip them on the bottom, Hardy, he wears his little really cute black glasses, and they have the outline of the black glasses on the bottom with his logo on it. So super, super cool to see this collaboration. And he said it's not just one. He's going to be teaming up with them for a long time and releasing a couple of styles with them every year. So
Wow.
you can see all these stories up online at K923Orlando.com. We've got $1,000 Minute coming up next. 10 trivia questions, 60 seconds on the clock. If you want to play, you can sign up right now on the K923 app, and we'll give you a call.
Obie, Chloe, and Slater's $1,000 Minute.
K92.3.
Okay, so here we are with Erica. Erica, what town are you in?
I am in Deltona.
Nice. And we're to understand you've got a Border Collie German Shepherd mix. What's that puppy's name?
So sweet.
Her name is Sweet Pea.
look at
I love
that.
I need to tell you, you're not allowed to ask Sweet Pea, okay? These
Okay.
questions are for you. No one
Yeah,
else.
you can't have her help.
Okay.
Fair is fair,
so you know how
Erica.
this goes. It's 10 questions, 60 seconds up on the clock, and Chloe's got those questions.
All right. That was a new one. What was
Chloe's
that?
got those questions.
Questions. All right. Erica, so if you want to pass a question, you could say pass. We'll come back to it at the end so you don't take up too much time on that question. But whatever you lock in is the first that I have to take, okay?
Sounds good.
Okay. All right, Obi, you ready with the timer?
I'm ready with the time.
All right, here we go, Erica, $1,000 minute. Question number 1. What breed of cat doesn't have fur?
Sphinx.
What's the name of the pig in the book Charlotte's Web?
Pass.
Which travels faster, sound or light?
Light.
Which astronomer is called out in Bohemian Rhapsody?
Pass.
Who was the 30th president of the United States?
Pass.
At a restaurant, you'll see deer meat on the menu. What is it called?
Venison.
What year was the first iPhone released?
2008.
What's the shortcut for the paste function on most computers?
Control V.
Who was the founder of the Playboy magazine?
Pass.
Who is known as the queen of hip-hop and R&B?
Pass.
What's the name of the pig in the book Charlotte's Web?
Oh, that's your time.
So, Erica, you only got one wrong. You had to pass on a couple. Let's start at the top. So, what's the name of the pig in the book Charlotte's Web? That's Wilbur. Okay. Galileo. Bohemian Rhapsody. That was the
Love that song.
there.
I knew that
song
one,
was
too.
better than we just did. Calvin Coolidge is the 30th president of the United States. You said 2008 was when the iPhone was released. It was actually 2007. Hugh Hefner started the Playboy magazine, and the queen of hip hop and R&B we all know as Mary J. Blige.
Okay.
Oh,
Hey, well, you
nice.
did fantastic. You've got a great energy. We love your pup, so we'd love to leave you with something memorable.
Yeah, you got 3-day passes to Country
Woohoo,
Thunder.
Erica! We'll
Nice.
see you in
Thank you so
October.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're so welcome. Hold on for us, okay? And we're going to
Yeah.
grab your info.
Tell your neighbors we're coming for them next.
The $1,000 minute.
Let's see how you do. Join up on the K82-3 app to play.
K92-3. Time to hit the panic button with Obie, Chloe, and Slater.
Talking to Erica out in Belle Isle. Erica, your story is interesting. You told us that you're in love. Why is that a problem?
Okay, so hi. I recently fell in love, which is super exciting.
Yeah. New love's always good.
You said you recently fell in love like it was a pothole in the street.
Aw, no, that's so exciting, Erica.
Yeah, but now the problem is I just found out that his divorce is not actually finalized.
Oh, no way.
So still technically married, the guy that you're in love with.
It happens to the best of us, Erica.
Still technically married, yeah. And I mean, he is heading in the direction of getting a divorce, but I don't know. I just feel weird about like if we keep dating and the papers aren't signed and stuff, and I just want him to hurry up, kind of.
Oh, I know, Erica, but I feel like you can't push it, right?
Well, I mean, I don't know what to do because I don't want to blow up the relationship, but obviously we need to talk about this because I'm not going to keep dating someone who's not going to get a divorce.
All right. Well, I got some divorce advice because I have been divorced. Okay. Do you know what stage he's at? Like, does he have an attorney? Is he at that point? Are they working towards it? Are there even like papers being put together for that?
Yes, they are working towards it, but, can't they hurry up?
I mean, that process could take, honestly, a year if there's different stipulations with finances.
Are you talking to him at all, Erica? What's communication look like for you guys?
Well, he said, he did tell me when we met that he is going through a divorce, but it's been months and months now, and we don't really talk about the status of it. It's like taking a while.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a very personal question. You can choose to not answer it, but are you guys are you guys intimate?
Yes, of course.
Wow. Okay. Personal opinion, you got to put a pause to that stuff.
You
because
cut off
Absolutely.
the cookie. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Shut down the cookie, and that way he knows that if he wants dessert, he better get a lawyer and get this figured out.
Yeah, it's too
Wouldn't that-
muddy.
That's a good way of saying it, Chloe. That's PG. We're
Okay.
talking dessert.
All right, why don't we get you some responses and let's see if we can help you out, okay, Erica?
Okay, thank you.
Join the conversation.
844-254-9232.
844-254-9232.
Obie, Chloe, and Slater.
We're on with Todd. You're the first person responding to what Erica just said.
I think a lot about it. I've been divorced myself, and I know that she could ruin this by doing what she's doing.
Wow. Oh, Todd, okay, hold on for us and give us 6 minutes. We'd love to hear what you have to say.
He's an expert.
Okay.
K92.3. The Panic Button.
Join the conversation
With Obie, Chloe, and Slater.
So we've been on the line talking to Erica this morning. She's in a relationship with a guy who's promising that he's on his way to getting divorced. We'll see. And she doesn't want to get her heart broken. And Todd, you've gone through a divorce. What were you saying?
I think she needs to lay off, to be honest with you, because, first of all, congrats on being in love. What a rare, amazing thing.
Oh.
And then, like you said, she's going to put it on hold for a year while, paperwork gets done.
Well, who knows how long it'll take? We have no idea.
Could be a longer.
Well, exactly. She doesn't want. She got to keep things going, building this relationship with this guy. It's not like he didn't tell her he was married. There's anything shady going on. It's just a legal process, and he's got to go through it. And there's nothing that can be done about that. Let's say she puts on a hold for 6 months. He can meet somebody else. That's crazy. To put that. And this is a huge personal thing for him. And she's already wants some control and some input in it. That's way too soon to be.
There is
making this a big decision.
well, there is good things what Todd's saying. Okay, so say you don't say anything, everything else, the relationship keeps building. Then maybe the timing will be right, where the same lawyer that works with the divorce can work with the prenup. And then he gets married.
Oh, my, Slater.
It's like a BOGO deal.
All right. My main worry is that she's giving her whole heart to this dude. I've seen guys that they say, oh, well, we were able to make our marriage work, so we're going to stay married. And now she's out. So, I mean, I don't know. This is a tough scenario, man. I appreciate you chiming in, brother.
I mean, it's not like you get divorced on day 1 and then you fall in love on day 2. You know it doesn't work like that.
It's at least day 5.
At least.
By the time you hit Friday
Slater.
night, pants off.
Oh, brother. Thank you for chiming in, Todd.
Thanks, guys.
Join the conversation
844-254-9232.
844-254-9232.
Obie, Chloe, and Slater.
Cab and a Solo. That is Scotty McCreery on K92.3. Isn't that song essentially just about having a Cabernet and a solo cup, a red solo cup?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Cabernet.
Boy, I did not care. Back in my drinking days, I did not care. You could serve it to me in a boot, and I would drink it.
As long as what's the alcohol per volume?
Yeah, right? If it's enough to kill the germs. Okay.
What do you got, ice beers?
It's Obie, Chloe, Slater, K92.3. Right now we're trying to help somebody on the panic button. Erica, she's in a weird predicament, right? You start dating this guy, you fall in love with him, he's married, but claims that he's on his way to a divorce. And Slater, you're the only one in the building who can in our studio, who can speak to this. The process. It's not overnight that you just sign papers and bam, we're divorced. All right, you and me can be in love.
It's not. And there's a couple stages too. There's no kids in this case. He didn't have any with his wife that he's divorcing. So it should be a quicker process, because then it's just he and her and whatever funds that they have had before they got married. It goes one way or the other, but they figure that out usually pretty quickly. So it seems like, for me, as a guy that's been divorced, it seems like something is hiding, and he is lying about something.
Okay, so do you think that it's okay for them to kind of be together during his divorce process?
Yeah, if he didn't even mention, she didn't even mention there was a dissolution of marriage. So that marriage doesn't even seem like it's dissolved. Not even like the paperwork of actually finalizing. I don't even think that's step number 1 where they get lawyers and everything gets figured out. I would say, hey, who's your lawyer? And if he goes, then right off the bat that that's a no-go.
All right, what do you think?
Hey, Obie, Geneva Keith.
Geneva Keith.
Hey, I'm calling about this here.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. What's your opinion here?
I think she should just bail on this one completely.
Bail?
Even though he says he's headed in that way.
Dating a married man, he hasn't even had time to get over anything. He's going to carry so much baggage into this. No, that's a red flag.
Yeah, you know what? Hold on, Keith. You bring up a great point. Just for the girl's sake, for her sake, don't even get mixed up with this dude, because you're right. He will have a bunch of baggage even as the divorce ensues.
Exactly.
Wow.
Have a great day.
You guys too.
K92.3, good morning.
Yeah, calling about the question for that girl.
Yeah, interesting. Our guys are showing up for this one. All right, what's your name? Where are you from?
Scott from DeLand. Wisdom I have for her is to just cut it off because he's not going to buy the cow when he can get the milk free.
Oh,
Wow.
that's farmers have been saying that for decades.
Yeah, what? Yeah, what's to
Yeah.
rush him?
Exactly. If he's not going to rush, if he's already getting what he wants.
You know what? You're right. It's almost like she might need to walk away from it
Yeah.
in order for him to speed things up and do something
Yes,
about
ma'am.
it.
Couldn't she just go to his ex and be like, "Are you guys actually
That
actually
sounds
going
like
to
a
be
really
done?"
horrible idea,
Well,
Slater.
and how about this? Not one
Yeah.
person has called in and not one person has said, we should be for the marriage. We should be for those two staying together and there not being a divorce.
Well, we appreciate you calling
Yeah.
in this
Brother.
morning.
Not a problem. Thank
Yeah,
you.
man.
Ooh-wee. Hey, and I've even seen it like in the TV shows and in the movies. Okay, I'm going to bring it up where that dude says, "You know what? I thought we were going to get a divorce, but we're able to make things work, and we're just going to try a hand at
And that
love
could
again."
end up being what happens.
And poor Erica's left on the wayside. So, anyways.
No, hey, if she loves him, maybe she'll stay in just for a little bit longer.
That's what I say. That's
Okay,
what I
Obi.
say.
Tell us how you really feel, all right?
Just do a fart sound to her.
Oh, my
Sounds.
goodness.
That's how I feel about that one.
Okay, we're done.
Jeez.
We're moving on.
It's not my real butt, Chloe. It's my mouth. Eh?
K92.3.
Two people, one date, zero texts returned.
Second date update.
Brought to you by attorney Dan Newlin. In a wreck, need a check, Google Dan Newlin.
Out in Apopka. And Brian, you were saying that your dinner date, well, no, not a dinner date. It was actually a movie.
Yeah, that's right.
How did you behave during the movie?
Oh, did you make a move in the movies?
Oh, my Lord.
I did not. No, I did not. I that would have been a little too forward. Just more kind of trying to feel a vibe for each other.
So what was it? I mean, you can't really talk a whole bunch in the movie theater.
No, so yeah, it was just kind of we planned to meet there. We just knew a little bit about each other, so we just kind of wanted to feel each other out a little bit. There's a new animated movie that came out. It was a good one. I've been kind of looking forward to watching.
Brian,
So
question. You paid for the ticket?
I did, yeah.
How about the
Movie
goodies?
ticket. I did, yeah. I was pretty excited because she also likes Sour Patch Kids, so I grabbed a couple boxes of those as well as Twizzlers and drinks.
I don't want to be rude, but I don't know one 32-year-old or older that likes Sour Patch Kids.
Hey, I do.
I do too.
My wife
okay.
does.
Well,
I'm not
Jeez,
there.
Slater.
Yeah, I know one as well.
Even Brian likes them. Okay, so let's forget Slater's hatred for Sour Patch Kids and let's continue bonding.
Sorry, Brian, it burns my gums, if I can be honest.
Oh, my.
My dentist told me I needed to stay away, and I'm just jealous of you.
Brian.
You need Sour Patch Kids light.
Right.
That's what
Did
you need,
you
light.
try to
Patch
Can
Kids
you
like,
Can we
feel the
move
right
on?
Hold on, Brian.
Pre-lick them.
Brian, we are moving forward. We're
That's
not
what I want.
stuck on
I
the
want
gummies.
Brian to lick my Sour Patch Kids before I eat them.
Brian.
softens them up a little bit.
Okay, I'm so sorry for these two. I really am. Did you end up making a move on her in the theater?
We were just trying to more kind of get a vibe of what each other feels, and I have not heard back.
Well, and let's do our best.
We'll try.
Let's give her a call. As Chloe
Thank
always
you,
says,
Thank you very much.
we promise this will work all the time.
I do never. I don't ever say that, but we will try our best, Brian, okay?
Yeah.
There's no promises.
Cool.
I'll take it. Thank you.
Hello,
Yes, looking to speak to Lucy, please.
this is she.
Hey, Lucy, it's Obi, Chloe, and Slater. So there's three of us on the line. I don't know if you know the morning show. We work for the radio. Yeah? Okay, you listen to K92.3?
I do. Yeah. Hey.
Perfection. Now, next question is, do you know about the second date update?
I've heard it here and there. Yeah.
Lucy, you're on the second date update, but it's because of a gentleman named Brian. You guys went out on a date, and we'd love to pay for you guys to go on another date.
What?
If you're interested.
Oh. Well, Brian's special. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's something I want to do. I'm sorry. I'm just a little surprised. He's
unless your mom calls you special, it's usually never a good thing.
Well, and this is really, it's awkward, right? Three people you know nothing about calling you about
Yeah.
this date, really prying into your personal life. Is there anything, Lucy, that we can get back to Brian as to why?
Well, I mean, Brian's really sweet. It's just we don't have the same interests. He's
Like food?
well, just like I mean, we're around the same age, but he's really into like animated films and video games and figurines and yeah, and it's just not really my thing.
I was gonna say, how did you find this stuff out?
Oh, well, he told me. I mean, he took me to a movie. Well, not
And you
really a
talked
movie.
during the movie?
Like a cartoon. No, we didn't really talk that much. And he was busy with his Twizzlers and drinking his soda and laughing at this movie, and I was not into
So
it.
he's too childish. It sounds like it's like going on a date with Peter Pan.
Aw.
Yeah, he's really sweet. I know he called, and I didn't know how to handle it, so I haven't called him back.
So why don't we do this? Because I don't want to have anybody's feelings hurt by the second date update, and we've got Brian on the line. He had a chance to hear all this, Lucy. So this way now we can get the both of you talking. Brian?
Oh, hi. Oh, I'm so sorry. I hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
No, I mean, it's all right. We didn't really get to talk much. I understand. But I just thought maybe if you could have answered my call or called me back. I mean, maybe just to let me know.
I was planning to call you back or text or.
Hey, Brian,
I just,
how much are you into all this stuff? Like animated movies, figurines?
I love it.
He said it all. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, okay, so like, what TV shows do you watch?
Oh man, I mean, you name it. I've been watching it since I was little. But I mean, like now, like Rick and Morty, Family Guy forever, South Park since I was small, The Simpsons.
Oh yeah, okay. I get. I kind of get your brain a little bit. That's all fun stuff. Right. And so what, Lucy? That's just not your style. That's not your season of life.
Yeah, I mean, not all the time. The little bit that we talked, it seemed it was just all filled with animated cartoons.
Sure.
Right.
And to be fair, I mean, I'm sure Lucy would have loved to give you a call back, Brian, but she was probably like at work, like doing adult things or paying bills.
Slater, you're not being very nice.
I'm just saying.
Brian, you have a job, right?
I do, but I also I have collectibles, so a lot of my figurines are worth. I mean, value-wise, with the unopened box, there.
See.
Oh,
yeah.
So it's not like you're playing with them.
No, I really, I've loved it forever.
Yeah,
all right,
dude. I've got friends in the same circle. I would really love to keep your number because there is a woman out there who she's gonna freaking love you, dude. But Lucy, we're glad that you were very honest with us, and at least we got the both of you talking.
Are we positive, Lucy? You don't want to go on another date?
I think it's a no for Lucy.
Sounds like he's a millionaire just waiting to cash in.
Lucy, it's a no, right?
Yeah, it's a no. I mean, we're just too different.
Second date update.
Did you miss it? Catch the latest drama on the K82-3 app.
Brown Band on K92.3, Orlando's #1 for new country. You would have just heard us probably about 15 minutes ago giving you, again, the keyword worth $1,000. Now, the next time you're going to get that is at 10. All right, can we get to that second date update? So they went to the movie theater, and we were discussing in here the best places to go for a first date. All of us agreed that the movie theater alone is probably not enough, right? You don't have enough time to talk. So that's why grabbing a bite to eat before or grabbing a bite to eat afterwards,
Sure.
that's where you really get the bonding.
I think that's a fifth date place. That's a place where you already know enough about each other, and then you can actually, get a nice up close personal. You can put the armrest up. You get right in there, hip to hip.
Oh, the armrest is going up.
Then she's like, I'm so cold, and then you get her blanket, and you're all set.
Comfy,
but
cozy.
On a first date, that's going to be too far. That's probably going to make her feel all weirded out. So there's a lot better places you could take that person on a date.
Well, let's talk about it. And right now, the only one who's single and ready to mingle is Chloe. So,
Right.
Chloe, where would you be mingling?
I'd have to say, no doubt, the best first date would be Topgolf. Again, I do love golf, so I'm a little bit biased, but I think it's a great first date. You can go, you can grab a bite to eat, you can grab drinks, you can hit some balls, you can hang out, the
like it because-
atmosphere, the music. Like, it's a great first date spot.
And even if you're not good, there is the comedy of not being good together. Right.
Absolutely.
But you have to assume, and I know you're good at golf, Chloe, but would you play like, I don't really know what I'm doing, so that way he would get behind you and be like,
no,
I'll show you
I
how
don't
to
want
hit
him
the
behind
ball.
me. I'm good.
No, she's like, I'll show you.
I'll show you.
She's like, hold on,
how to hit the ball.
You're
But
gonna be the little spoon.
Oh my goodness! But I think it's a great spot for a first date.
Okay,
That's the
Slater.
first date. I always like going to the mall. The mall, I think, is a great.
What are you,
Here's the
16?
reason.
Seriously, the
You
mall.
have your mom drop you off?
This is a move.
Meet up in the food court?
My
The mall.
3, yes to all that, and free samples, yes please, when they walk around with that tray. But what I do is I will go to the mall, so that way I get to see what stores she likes, because then I immediately know financially how screwed I am. Right off the bat. And if she goes into places like Forever 21, I'm like, oh yeah, I can afford this. She goes into, Lily Pulitzer, I know that I'm screwed. It's not going to work. And also, I let her pick out what she thinks I look good in. So that way I know. So for date 2 and date 3, I am wearing what she likes more. So if
I like your tactic.
Look at that.
Wow.
That's not bad.
Do you go for the handhold too while you're walking around?
Chloe, I think this is the first time he's ever heard. I like the tactic.
Absolutely.
You saw his eyes. He was like, "Yeah."
I do the handhold, and we get a pretzel, and I make sure I can't finish it. So the pretzel bites. So that way, if we're really feeling good, then you can feed each other. Parts of the
no. See, that's you lost me after feeding each other. I'm out.
Obi, where are you?
So mine, I'm gonna say it. I've never done it. Okay, so let me just go ahead and prefix it, prefix it, face it, whatever the word is with that. Okay, but I think a picnic in the park. Okay, I know that sounds cheesy.
What are you, Mr. Romance over there?
I know it sounds cheesy, but hear me out. Okay, it gives you an opportunity to put together some food first, right? So this woman, the whole time, she's thinking, "Wow, this guy really did this." Like you go pick a park. There's a beautiful park, Lake Louisa Park in Claremont. We have a bunch of Wekiva Springs, where we do our springs and strings. Go lay out a blanket, do it very cheesy like the movies. But I guarantee you, I think it'll make because nobody's doing it. Nobody's doing it
Here's
anymore.
my only thing.
It's an old school move.
I think it's real sweet that you want to make the sandwiches and stuff, but as a girl on a first date, I wouldn't probably eat if it's coming from something that you made. I'd have to do like a pizza or
Pub
picking
sub?
up
Pub sub?
Pub sub I'll do because you didn't make it. I'd be a little worried if you were the one that made the food. I probably wouldn't eat. But cute gesture.
So
I like it, Obi.
You just make the alterations. You make sure, right? You pick up the food that she likes, and
There we
also
go.
look down to make sure it's not on a pile of ants. Then you're putting the blanket down, and then everything is all
Worst
ruined.
date ever.
Sweet. And some flowers, maybe some music. Obi, I like it.
All right, just
I like where you're
for our
headed.
fellas out there, guys, just try, put some effort into it. You know what I mean? And you know what? Now that I even said this on the air, I probably have to eat my own words and do it to my wife. So
And we can't wait to meet you on Second Date Update when you try these and they don't work.
all right, so up in 6 minutes, Slater, I want you to take the platform here.
Yeah, I want to have a family meeting, so I've been showing the love that I have for my mother. The past year has gone to a new level. She went through chemo, radiation, recovered from it, had a recent doctor visit saying she had to go back in for therapy, and a second opinion that changed everything. I want to share with you next.
Jason Aldean on the station that the next time we pay your bills is at 10 o'clock with that keyword that you're listening for to enter to the K92.3 app, and it's as simple as that. Good morning. It's Obi, Chloe, and Slater.
Good morning. I want to call a family meeting. I never like to be gloom and doom, and the past 8 months have been a heavy time for my family. My mother had some tests done over the summer and found out she had esophageal cancer. It's an excruciating thing, and there's pretty much there's two options. They usually say, why don't you start with chemo, radiation, shrink it down, do what you can, and then get surgery. And she had many doctors and surgeons saying, it's probably the case. You should probably have surgery. And she didn't want to go that route because a lot of people, it changes their life forever.
I watched my step-grandfather go through it, and it was grueling. It was horrible. He didn't have a voice. He was not able to ever use his voice again.
And that's what it is. The eating, the living, the traveling, any of that stuff. And since she's in Boston, Massachusetts, and I'm down here, it would cause a almost impossibility for her to actually come down and see Olivia, my daughter, her granddaughter. That's like the most important thing to her. So she did chemo, radiation, had tests done and scans, and it showed up that there was no evidence of anything. This was
hallelujah.
I found that out in December.
God.
She continues to do scans and everything else, and then they found out 2 months ago, the doctor said, you're going to need to go on something called immunotherapy, which is similar to chemo and radiation, where they try to just zap everything in layman's terms and make it so that way it goes away again and there's no evidence. She said, you know what, I'm going to get a second and third opinion. She did, and they looked and they scanned again and they said, nah, you're good. Like this thing isn't, you had bad scans before and it looked like it was actually growing and affecting again. You're going to be good. Come back in October and we'll see what it looks like. And I'm like, that guy, because
seriously, God is so good.
I was hopeful that, she was going to do this and then be here in July if everything worked out, with fingers crossed. And now I know she doesn't have to go through that. So she's going to come in July and hang out for a week and enjoy every single bit of Olivia, my daughter's birthday. And it's great. But for it to, I learn right now, right, as I'm approaching my 40s, later this year I'll be turning 40, to if I feel something, I got to go get it checked out, like immediately. And to not only just get one opinion, because doctors, they're human, just like us. They actually went to school and paid attention. They actually do that. And we're so thankful for the doctors that there are many opinions you can get, because you have to be your biggest advocate.
Absolutely. Well, and Mama came down last time she was here. You took her to Disney.
Yeah.
You, Olivia, y'all took her there. She hadn't
for the
been
first
there.
time. Yeah, it was 35 years the last time she was at
literally
Disney.
Years and years and years. And now this time that she's coming down in July, I know she's listening, and I know you don't want to give too much away, but are y'all planning on doing something fun?
Yeah, I'll say it right now. We're gonna go to Miami and watch the Red Sox and the Marlins play.
That's awesome.
I love them.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a really cool time, and do stuff with your parents if they're on Earth.
Yeah.
Just call them up.
Man, what an amazing update. I really appreciate that. And I also have a heart for somebody who's listening right now where they're like, that's not my story. I mean, my story actually, is just tragic. And I want to specifically say I'm so sorry for anybody who has to go through this. But at the same time, I've also seen some people with amazing strength that prove that humanity, we have what it takes whenever we go through something crappy like that to muster up. And some of these individuals who are advocates and just, I don't know, some really strong people who have fought the cancer battle.
Yeah.
And still fighting it.
Yeah,
still worried about the scans in the future and whatnot, and they're still champions.
I always look like life's a roller coaster. It's important to share not only the highs but also the lows, so somebody else can go, "Hey, I remember you said you went through that. What did you lean on?
Yeah.
Like because
I now need the help.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
the highs and the lows are going to keep coming. Spoiler
That's
alert,
life.
like that is life. Yeah, exactly, Chloe. So, best of luck to everybody that is going through it, and I'm grateful right now that today is as bright as it is today.
The best. We love you, Mama
so
Whedon.
good.
We know you're listening up there in Boston.
Obie, Chloe, and Slater,
K92.3.
Orlando's #1 for new country.
Hey guys, time to get in on the action for the biggest moments in basketball with Prize Picks, America's #1 fantasy sports app. Just select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projections, place your entry, and win up to 100 times your money. Right now, Prize Picks will match your first deposit of up to $100. Just download the Prize Picks app and use the code GET100. That's code GET100 on Prize Picks for a first deposit match of up to $100. Prize Picks. Pick more. Pick less. It's that easy.